on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Liquid Death Sparkling Energy, the better for you, easy drinking energy drink.
The moments have been magical. The 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics are in the final days, and you can listen to all of NBC's live play-by-play coverage on the free iHeartRadio app.
Schifrin, golden, again!
Including the closing ceremonies, Sunday afternoon at 2:30 Eastern.
The best speed skater in the world!
Dreams realized.
It's her 6th Olympic medal!
Legends made. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Olympics.
We could have created www.protectyourself-from-the-scams and frauds that drain bank accounts and ruin lives.org. Instead, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service created www.deliveringtrust.com. Because, well, that's what we do.
Following is a paid program.
4 decades strong and still setting the pace. This is Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. One of the top 5 courses you can play in Arizona. Streaming live, on demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
4!
Good morning. 33 years on the air. You're listening to Backspin the Golf Show. Yeah, it's a little chilly. Corey Matheson here, Brady Wilson, Andrew Long. Hey, we're ready to roll. It's going to be a great day. It's been a busy day in the week of golf, and we're excited to bring you updates. It's a little chilly here in Phoenix. It feels like winter finally, Brady.
We got a little chill in the air, but you know what? If you look at the 10-day forecast, 80s, maybe a low 90 in there. It's baseball season. Spring training has started. Yes. It's the premium time to live in the valley.
It is why we all live here.
Premium time to get out and play some golf.
Now, we do know somebody, Brady, that probably hasn't been outside very much in the last couple weeks because they're, working on building a human that has now joined the world. And we are very grateful to have in our presence the new father, Andrew Long. Andrew, welcome.
The Long Dad.
Thank you guys so much. It was a crazy event.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been amazing. Crystal's doing wonderful. Riley's doing great. It was funny because we got the kind of the heads up, like, hey, she's dilated. This is Thursday of the waste management.
WM, yeah,
waste management, and I was like, oh my God, babe, please do everything you can to have this baby after the WM and after the Super Bowl. Monday morning at 2:30, she wakes me up. It was go time. So she did what she did. She did what she said she was going to do.
Although it would have been cool because you would have had a WM baby.
Right?
I know Brady was talking about how you could bring her for like celebrations when she's 18, 21, like it would have been, but she still can.
We
so
still can do that,
21 at the WM. Come on.
They can still do that. They'll
That's
be
still
fine.
gonna happen, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. So she'll be 2 weeks old on Monday. That's crazy. Are you getting much sleep? I know the answer to that.
No. I mean, you guys got any extra sleep around here?
More importantly, have you given her a pencil to start working on her grip?
So
she does have a strong grip.
If Andrew goes quiet, don't mind him. He's just taking a little nap over on the side because he hasn't really been away from his family much. But shout out to Crystal for holding down the fort this morning so that Andrew could come in studio with us. So we're here.
I'm excited to be back, and man, there's been some crazy stuff going on in the golf world.
Yeah, there's a lot going on this week.
Yeah, I mean,
on and off the course.
On and off, yes.
Yeah, a lot of news. The Genesis Invitational currently taking place in Los Angeles. We're going to go over a little bit of those leaderboards.
Marco! Marco!
Polo!
Penge.
All right.
Perfect.
So we got the Genesis going on right now. This is, Tigers tournament, right?
Yeah.
And so this leaderboard is I don't know. What do you think of this leaderboard, Brady?
I mean, it's pretty good. You got some names on there. I mean, Marco and Jacob leading at T1 at 12 under is kind of, new up and coming guys, and that's kind of new blood. But then if you get a little bit further down, you got Rory, you got Xander, you got Adam Scott, you've got Matt Fitzpatrick, you got Wyndham Clark, you got Tommy Fleetwood. So I think it's a pretty good leaderboard.
Names we know.
Tommy Fleetwood had the most ridiculous, brutal lip out I've ever seen on 18. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
It was a horseshoe, but the ball was down, came
Oh, it was
out,
one of
and
those.
it came out back towards him, like
Looking at you.
and it came back like 2 feet out of there. It was a hard, one of the more brutal lip outs I've ever seen.
So it goes down, in, and comes back out.
Yeah.
And looking at you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think there's some superintendents in the world going, cup lip.
Yeah.
Regulation.
Yeah.
Is that cut evenly?
Well, Rex and Lav, they were talking this week about how it kind of brings out a different winner. It hasn't been a traditional leader. This particular event brings out a little bit of a different lead. The golf course, depends on the weather, it depends on how it's set up and whatnot, but they were talking about how there hasn't always been a traditional, we haven't seen our Scotty, Tiger, the people that you think would be always on top aren't always on top at Genesis.
Well, and I'll add something to the event that, I think we should take a minute and remember that this event got moved last year because of the fires in Malibu, and there's still people dealing with fallout from that, right? That was a life-changing event for many people that lived in that area, Malibu, Pacific Palisades, this whole area. And so, it's been 2 years since the Genesis has been at Riv. Riv has been a staple on the tour for a long time. I think 1948 or something like that. So for it to go to Torrey last year, it's been back for 2 years. And then Riv is like, I don't know. Riv, I think, has elevated maybe because of the scarcity. And what has been announced that Riv's going to host, right? They're going to host the Olympics. They're going to, I think they're hosting.
The ladies?
They're hosting
this summer.
The ladies this summer. There's another major event coming. And I wish I knew that off the top of my head, but maybe a PGA or US Open. So there is, the Riv's been announced since then and I think the golf course is playing excellent. Like the conditions are unbelievable. They got a ton of rain. They, the Monday Genesis event, a lot of people don't know, is a college event where donors pay a big fee, and the donor plays, the coach plays, and a player from a college team plays with a tour pro. Like it's like an AM, pro-am, pro collegiate event. But the collegiate players are in a qualifier, and whoever wins that collegiate event, the collegiate player flight, I guess, if you will, whoever wins that gets in the field. So like you play on Monday, and the winner of that gets in. That had to get canceled, which is unfortunate. A lot of my college golf coach friends were there and weren't able to play, and it was that was a little disappointing for some of them. But
weather, was it weather?
Really severe weather. So that's why the golf course is playing soft. You've seen some shots like Adam Scott hit the ball that on a par 3. I think it was 4. He hit it to 6 inches, and the ball kind of embedded. It hit and landed. People were like, "Is that AI?" You know what I mean? So the golf course is playing soft, but it's lush. It's great. The bunker edging is phenomenal. The conditions are great. It's kind of cool to see Riv back, right?
So this is their centennial celebration, and they're obviously hosting Genesis right now. The U.S. Women's Open is the first week of June. In 2028, they're hosting the Summer Olympics.
Right, yeah.
That was the other big thing that wasn't quite triggered, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then also the 2031 U.S. Open.
That's right. So it's been announced as hosting
pretty cool.
in the next 5 years. They're going to host, it's a quintessential championship major golf events. So that's really, really, really cool for Riv and special because of everything that community's been through in the last year.
Yeah.
And, I have a great Riv story. I'll keep it brief, but I did get to play there. I've played there multiple times. I did get to play there with Jerry West before he passed. Jerry West, of course, is the famous basketball player that the NBA logo is designed after. So it's his silhouette. So his nickname is the logo, right?
Yeah, right.
Got to play with Jerry West there at one time. I saw a hole-in-one from the director of golf at Riv. I was playing in the group behind him, actually letting him play through on that hole. So I was in front of him and let him play through with some members, and he made an ace there. Same day with Jerry West, and then that was the day that Michael Jackson died, and it took me 5 hours to get from Riv back to Palm Desert, which should have been 2.
Oh my!
The whole
Brady,
area.
that's a crazy story. So, wait. So you see a hole in one.
I see a hole in one.
Then you play with Jerry West.
Play with Jerry West.
And then
You
And
find
Michael
out a
Jackson
legend
died while I was on the
At-
golf course, and there was like this gathering of like
The area
like
was-
like a pilgrimage or an homage to him in the middle of the
A parade.
a parade, like people mourning his
Yeah.
because he was at UCLA
close.
Hospital. UCLA is right down the road from
my gosh.
Riv. So yeah, it was a
That's a whirlwind.
it was a crazy day, one of the craziest days of my life for sure.
Yeah.
People
And
are
I
always
was
like,
taking my general manager to get hair plugs that same day. That's what I took.
Wow.
Dropped him off in Beverly Hills to get his hair plugs, and then went and played Riv, and then picking him up to take him home. And he just kept calling me because he's miserable in pain, and he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm stuck in traffic." 'cause
I'm
Michael
going to
Jackson
see
died."
Michael Jackson at the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
Well, some people are like, where in the world were you when this happened in the world? Like,
I'll-
that day.
I will never forget where I was when Michael Jackson
Well-
died, and Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett died that day in the morning.
Oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
is like a.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Brady, thank you for that that jaunt down memory lane. Obviously talking about Genesis, we'll revisit the leaderboard in a little bit and maybe some things happening there. That's obviously what's happening right now. But speaking of anything can change in a couple years, let's look at what happened with our buddy AK last week. Our
Oh,
buddy.
man.
But Andrew, I know you were wanting to talk about this, talk about a human story of perseverance and, whether you like a person or not. We have an athlete that has had some time off and then obviously showed up.
Yeah. I mean,
So
Anthony Kim was, for those of you that have been living under a rock, he was supposedly be the next
Sure.
Tiger Woods.
Yep.
When
he was younger
yeah,
and showing
he was
up.
just
Yeah.
dominating.
Amazing Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup performance. Yeah. And this guy was an amazing collegiate player at Oklahoma, and for Anthony to, I think he tore his Achilles, and then he went down a dark path,
Right.
with some
Mhm.
substance abuse, and he was gone for 12 years. And the thing that really stands out to me are a lot of the haters.
Right.
And a lot of people thought that Liv was just using him as a
As a media
publicity
stunt or-
stunt.
yeah.
And Anthony AK can hit the ball, and we
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, and to kind of give context, last week we have the PGA Tour playing at Pebble Beach.
Mhm.
You have Colin Morikawa, a big name in the game, winds up winning the tournament. You have Scotty Scheffler making an incredible run,
Mm-hmm.
shooting I think 9 under on the last round, and that wasn't the story in golf, right? Because Anthony Kim comes back, right? And the story that on his pathway back, Liv did give him, he was unattached for the last year. And of course, the sequencing here is the Liv season's about to start. Patrick Reed announces he's taking himself out and starting his pathway back to the tour. The 4 aces are the 3 aces. They don't have a position in the first meet, in the first match at Riyadh. And then they add him to the 4 aces squad. He got relegated last year as an individual player, had to play his way back through the Live Tour's version of Q School or qualifier, and they only have a couple spots, so he had to go out and he won that event.
Right.
So it shows you like giving him an opportunity to come back, and he wasn't very good when he first came back. He was very far
Had to get
down
back
on the
in the
leaderboard.
groove, yeah.
And
We
I
didn't
think
even
that's
know-
I think Andrew, to your point, I think that's where a lot of the use the word haters, but I think that's where a lot of the public criticism of Liv and Anthony came out of, because he was given an opportunity that would everyone be given that opportunity, the whole thing, and he wasn't performing well. I mean, he was not playing well, but he obviously rededicated himself, really got committed to it, put in the work, and he went head to head with John Rahm. He didn't go head to head with like some scrubs. I mean, he was head to head with John Rahm and outplayed John
Bryson?
Rahm on the last day
Yeah.
to win in Adelaide, which is the biggest event on the Live Tour.
Absolutely.
I mean, so biggest attended event. I mean, and it was really cool. I mean, he made a mile's worth of putts, and every putt was a fist pump. And the crowd's just building. I mean, if you watched it, I don't know how many people were watching it because it's in Australia. It was on late. You had to, you watched the final round late Saturday night if you wanted to watch it live, and it was incredible to watch the fist pumps and the energy and everything that was coming out of that. It was spectacular.
It was. And, the thing that really stands out to me, and I'll never forget watching that because it was the first time that I got to actually sit down and watch golf while holding my newborn baby daughter. And her eyes were open.
Were you screaming?
I'm like, let's go. When he's draining all these putts and she's like, what?
That's okay. Get her used to that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It was awesome. And, it's great to see, the love now that AK's getting on social media. Because, he was getting a lot of shade thrown at him for being on Live. But, there's another topic we were kind of discussing, and we obviously have to ask Rex whenever we talk to him. But is AK going to be at the Masters, or could he make it to the Masters?
Yeah, he vaulted up in the world golf rankings a little bit because of now Live events do the top 10 get WGR points. He would have to have an incredible run to qualify on his own. But the Masters is an invitational, and the powers that be at Augusta have the power and authority to kind of do what they want with their events.
Well, they do, yeah.
So we'll definitely ask Rex about that and get his insider take on that, because I think that is the first question everyone started thinking, right? And again, it probably goes back to the connection with the PGA Tour, where if you do win on the tour, you're kind of in the Masters, right? So it's like, Live's not the PGA Tour, so we'll just kind of see how this plays out. But I think everything that Anthony's been through, and then family's out on the green, he's holding his daughter. I mean, he immediately changed his profile pictures on all his social media to his win picture, but it's with his family, right? And it's a feel good story. I mean, now it's a feel good story because of it's a story of perseverance and pushing through and second chances and taking advantage of opportunities given to you. And that's really all you can ask of people when they're given an opportunity, and make the most of it. And he did, right? And so that's special.
He was he did a little, I don't know what you would call it. He defined the moment, as Roy McIlroy would say. He didn't let the moment define him. He stepped up to that challenge.
Yeah, give him that credit for his perseverance. He said if he could get 1% better every day, then he's doing what he's meant to do. So that's pretty cool. Still a really cool win after 16 years. A stunning comeback story after being away from competitive golf. So congratulations, Anthony Kim, AK. I know Andrew was excited to talk about that. We still, have a few things to chat about in what happened in this last week. We have some clips to play for you. In a couple segments, we're gonna have Rex Hoggard on. We got a busy show, but let's take a really quick break right now, and then when we come back, we'll continue with what's going on in the golf world.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for your chance to win free golf tickets and great gear. More Backspin in moments.
Looking for a round of golf that's truly a cut above the usual 18? Welcome to Eagle Mountain Golf Club, a favorite in the Troon family, located in the majestic McDowell Mountains on the edge of Scottsdale.
With friendly fairways and strategic design elements, no wonder Golf Digest recently named Eagle Mountain one of the top 25 best public locales in our region.
Boasting jaw-dropping views in virtually every direction, the game doesn't get much better than this. Unless you have a Troon Access subscription for added benefits.
To take flight, just call 480-816-1234 or visit eaglemtn.com.
That's 480-816-1234 or eaglemtn.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Tri-Force face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Since 1945, FootJoy has been the shoe of choice on tour. That's over 80 consecutive years that the players at the highest level in golf have chosen FootJoy as their shoe of choice. FootJoy has shoes for every player, whether you prefer style, performance, traction, stability, or comfort. From the modern classic Premier Series worn by many tour players like Adam Scott, to the new athletic Hyperflex, which inspired Justin Thomas to make a massive change in his golf shoes. Regardless of what you're looking for in golf shoes, FootJoy has you covered. Find the best shoe for your game at footjoy.com.
Can't find a tee time? Courses near you sold out? Play night golf at Auction Southern Dunes at #MiniDunes. This 6-hole par 3 loop can be played once or make 3 loops to play 18 holes. Enjoy the vibe, music, food, and expertly crafted cocktails from a Royal Grill on the go. And check out Auction's Into the Night package that offers an afternoon sundown round on the championship course, followed by a lit experience at #MiniDunes. It's always lit at AuctionSouthernDunes.com or call 480-367-8949. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show, your home for the game, the gear, and the stories that matter in golf.
Thanks for listening to Backspin the Golf Show. Corey Matheson here, Brady Wilson. We're with Andrew Long. He's been out for a little bit, raising a new human in the world. Again, happy to have him in studio. Like we were saying earlier, first segment, it's been a busy week in golf. We did a little recap of Genesis. We talked a little bit about, AK's champion on the Live Tour this week, but obviously, there were a lot of eyes on Tiger Woods as a press conference happened out at Genesis.
Yeah, I mean, as Rex will say later on, Tiger doesn't move the needle; he is the needle, right?
Yeah.
So when Tiger speaks, and of course, this is an event that he is heavily involved in, and Tiger Woods Foundation and the whole thing. So, he does his press conference this week, and I think there's really two newsworthy items that kind of came out of that. There was a lot of conversation, and he got asked a ton of stuff. But I think the things that the golf media world are talking about is, the very first thing is, hey, the question was posed to him in a very odd way, about playing in the Masters.
Right, final thing with you in regards to your recovery, is the Masters off the table for you?
No.
Maybe the shortest sound clip of all time.
It is.
Very direct.
No.
But so we're dealing in double negatives here. Is that instead of asking, is playing in the Masters a possibility? Is it off the table for you? So he said, no, it's not off the table, right? Which leaves the door open, and in his recovery, and Tiger's competitiveness, and his dedication and commitment to the history and traditions of the game. And there's no event that's more connected to the history and tradition of the game and the just the lore of golf, with the champions dinners and everything. I mean, Tiger's going to be there, right? Because that's what past champions are involved with.
Yeah. I feel like that would be the answer for every single person who's ever been a part of that.
And so, his conversation there is, and we see it, right? We see past champions that play in the Masters still. And
even if they probably shouldn't, or
and
they're done,
and they maybe don't play in any other event, right?
Because they can.
And that's not what Tiger's saying, but if there's one event, if it gets down to where there's only one event that Tiger will play with, that's on kind of, on a grand scale, it's the Masters. So, the golf world blew up with that, like, oh, Tiger's back, he's going to play in the Masters. Well, he didn't say he's going to play in the Masters. He just said it's not off the table.
Yeah, if they opposed it in the other way, in the positive way, do you think you're going to play in the Masters?
Yeah,
and that might have been like, well, maybe I have to see how things go and my body and the game. And
second weekend in April is always going to be circled on every golf calendar, right? And so I'm sure when he's starting rehab 2 years ago, or whatever, after after his Achilles, after his back, after his knee,
Yeah,
after
not this year, but
after the
yes.
broken leg stuff. Like in every component of those injuries, I'm sure he's circled that date on the calendar and said, "Is there any chance I can get back?" So it does leave open a calendar for him to get back.
So realistically, do you see Tiger making it back in time for the Masters?
So I think the physical challenge of can he play, obviously practice rounds, he can manage it, but can he physically play for 4 rounds,
right,
and walk up and down
Mm-hmm.
the elevations of those things? So I mean, I think if he can physically play without pain and he can manage to walk, that's probably the equivalent of what, about 6.5, 7 mile walk, but you're uphills, you're downhills. If he can physically manage that, then yeah, I do think he'll play, if he's physically capable. I think it's not a mental thing. It's not even like, can he go out and win the tournament? That's not what anyone's asking. But I mean, if he can physically do that for 4 days, because you got to plan
one
for
day
4 days.
is fine.
Right.
Yeah, like you can probably survive. Yeah.
I mean, so the question there is, does he really
Mm.
have that physical? I think this is purely a physical,
Right.
A physical check.
Because
Can you physically do this?
I was thinking, if he's like, okay, I'm back, I will be playing in the Masters. I wonder, would they do everything possible to give him tee times, to give him the full amount of recovery on Thursday and Friday, or they're like, no,
No,
it
I
is
don't
what it
think
is?
so. I that is the one thing I like. Hey, if you want to play, you can, but if you're going to play, you
have the same
they're not
conditions
going
as
to they're not
everyone
going
else.
to compromise the integrity of the tournament.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't do that for Jack. They didn't do it for Tom. They don't do it for Gary
Mhm.
Player. Like they're not going to do it. That I don't think you'd see it go to that extreme. But
So we kind of have the
it's really, can Tiger manage it?
Right.
And if you can manage it, Tiger, we'd love to have you. I think that's probably where that's at. And while that's grabbing a lot of headlines,
Right.
I do think that the big story got buried because of the Masters.
Mhm. The one little question. Yeah.
I think the bigger story was he was then also asked, this question about potentially playing on the Champions Tour.
How close are you to coming back to playing on either the PGA or Champions Tour?
Well, I'm trying, put it that way.
Have you had any setbacks?
The disc replacement has been one thing. It's been a challenge. I've had a fuse back and now a disc replacement. So it's challenging. And I entered a new decade. So that number is starting to sink in, and has thinking about the opportunity to be able to play, in a cart. So that's something that I've, as I said, I won't do out here on this tour because I don't believe in it. But on the Champions Tour, that's certainly maybe a certain opportunity.
Do you have a target yet?
I don't.
Okay, so that is maybe one of the most loaded answers you're ever going to see.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. Okay, the first thing is, I entered a new decade is a very cryptic way of saying I've turned 50. Okay, as someone that also has turned 50, I can tell you I don't really think of it as entering a new decade, but that's a milestone. And what happens with turning 50 is now you're eligible to play on the Champions Tour. At 49, you're not. At 50, you are. We see that all the time. Justin Leonard, names that when they turn 50, they go out and play on the Champions Tour. There's been a big question whether or not Tiger would do that, because the Champions Tour doesn't just give out exemptions. You've got to go out and play, and you've kind of got to qualify, and you've got to earn your way, especially to like the Schwab Cup here at the end of the season in Phoenix.
Point
Like
space.
they can't just give him a spot. Like he's got to earn his way into that. So, that's a different conversation. So the cryptic, like I'm entering a new decade, that means I've turned 50 and I'm eligible for the Champions Tour. The idea of playing in a cart, there's very few events on the Champions Tour that are 4 rounds. Most of them are 3, and they are allowed to play they are allowed to ride in a golf cart from shot to shot. Then they get out with their caddy, then they hit the shot, and then they get back in the cart and they drive up to the green, those types of things. So that will reduce the physical. We just talked about his physical limitations. He mentioned it with his disc issues in his back. So, he's basically leaving the door open. He's been asked directly multiple times, "Are you going to play on the Champions Tour?" And he's been very cryptic about it. This is the most overt. Like, it's
Maybe,
intriguing to
yeah.
me. He's leaving the door open. To this point, he really hasn't even done that. So this is the first time he's really said, "Yeah, I'm interested in it. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm interested in it."
So what they should have said is the Champions Tour off the table.
And he would have said,
No.
So,
Yeah.
but then and then the last part there that I think true golf fans have been golf fans for a long time, that is, and he's trying to be very, very respectful and say, "I would not do that on the tour. I don't believe in that." Right? When he said that about
Asking for special permission.
So that, if I take you back to a major story from years ago, I'm showing my age, and it's my new decade as a golfer and golf fan and a PGA professional. But I will tell you, he played college golf with Casey Martin at Stanford. And if you remember the Casey Martin story, Casey Martin had a degenerative leg issue, wound up having it amputated.
Yep.
Eventually knew that was probably coming. It was just a matter of time. And Casey Martin went into legal battles to get, ADA, permission to use a golf cart on the regular PGA Tour. And it was very controversial. Did he have a competitive advantage? Those types of things. That's a friend of his. That's a teammate of his. But that is Tiger. That's not a stray. I don't think it was meant to be a stray at Casey Martin, but that is a direct. I didn't agree with it then,
Right.
which he may not have really come out and publicly said at the time. And I don't agree with it now. And so I won't do that. And I think that is one of the more loaded answers to a question that we've ever seen, right? I mean, we've got, yes, I'm open to the tour. Yes, I've turned 50. Here's all he's openly talking about his injury with his disc in his back.
A cart sounds really great.
A cart sounds really good.
But
and I still don't agree with what Casey did back in the day, right? That's how I read through that. I don't know what do you think?
No, I agree with you. I mean, Tiger's old fashioned when it comes to golf. Rules are rules. And, I don't think that Tiger wants to win a tournament playing in a golf cart, on the PGA Tour, because he would feel like that win would probably have an asterisk beside his name. And that's not Tiger.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't seem my type of person that wants anyone to say it was because of this or it was because of that. Like, he wants to hard work and to feel well enough to play for 4 days, 5 days walking and managing his own game.
And we got the Cologuard Classic coming up here in a few weeks down in Tucson. That's kind of Arizona's regular Champions Tour stop, and then it comes back again in the fall with the Schwab Cup. If he's probably off the table for that one. I mean, I'm sure somebody in Tucson, the conquistadors down there, were like, "What? Hey, what?" But
we were even talking about it at Schwab Cup last year.
So if you ask me, do I think he's going to play in the Tucson event at the Cologuard? My answer would be
no.
so that's kind of where it's at. But Tiger is the needle. When he speaks, everyone listens.
Yeah.
And he's very well spoken. He went to Stanford, and that was a loaded response.
Yeah. And, I got to ask you this: if Tiger did play and qualify for the Schwab Cup, does the Phoenix Country Club, do they have enough room to hold the amount of people that were going to show up?
Well, my answer to that would be
no.
They would have. What would they do? I mean, what would any of these courses do?
You're gonna be recruited for security.
They would manage it well. The team with Schwab Cup, Tiffany and her squad and Phoenix Country Club, they do a phenomenal job. They'd find a way. That ticket price would probably go up because they probably would have to limit some attendance, right? I mean, just from traffic, but that would make that the Champions Tour will become. Right now we talk about PGA Tour every week, because that's the premium event. We talk about LIV. We talk about the LPGA. The DP World Tour seems to has gotten some momentum with Rory still playing on it and Fleetwood still playing on it, and all the LIV guys are eligible to go play on there. So, those tours have all been elevated. The exposure's been elevated. Tiger starts playing on the Champions Tour. You're going to see Champions Tour events on right now you catch the end of a Champions Tour event, on the Golf Channel while CBS, NBC, or whoever is finishing out the regular tour event. Could that switch? Could you see Tiger playing in a Champions Tour event and, let one of the lesser, the John Deere Classic or something like that, like one of the lesser tour events is competing with that, does traditional network TV go, nope, we want the Champions Tour
Absolutely.
and we'll put John Deere on Golf Channel. We'll see how that plays out. But it's interesting. It's really going to be an intriguing year. And if he does play on some select events on the Champions Tour, that will be the focus of the golf world.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, I can't wait for him to do that if he chooses to do that, because
Even if it's next year.
yeah, because all those guys that I grew up watching play are on the Champions Tour right now, and have Tiger in that mix. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
Right.
Nostalgic.
your nostalgia is a great word for it. I mean, your nostalgia how would it be if you had, Justin Leonard, Ernie Els, and Tiger in the final group coming down? You
that's
know
a
what I mean?
memory.
That would be pretty special. Yeah.
The fans are our age right now and remember those days. Yeah, that'd be great. So, well, we have put out in the universe a couple questions that we want to ask our buddy Rex Hoggard. We are going to get ready to chat with him here in a little bit. Brady Wilson and Andrew Long and Corey Matheson, we are in studio with Backspin the Golf Show. We're missing Bauer today.
Yeah. Is Bauer here?
No.
Oh.
Bauer's down at he's got an event today. He's hosting at Four Peaks and
A little derby race.
a little derby race, beer can derby race.
Those are so cool.
They are kind of cool.
So he the fans are going to be jumping like Riley was jumping when you were yelling at the TV for AK, because Bauer brings that energy.
He does. He did such a great job last year emceeing that event. My niece and nephew
fun.
competed in it, and Bauer, I mean, man, he's really good at what he does. And that's, anytime you give that man a microphone, he's money.
Right.
Yeah, we're just holding down. We're just keeping them back. We're just warming the seat. Here
Yeah,
for
we're just
old
keeping
Ace.
it rolling. But we're going to take a really quick break right now and connect with Rex Hoggard on the other side of our commercial break. You're listening to Backspin the Golf Show.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for your chance to win free golf, tickets, and great gear. More Backspin in moments.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Tri-Force face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963, and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Redefine your Arizona golf experience. TroonGolfAZ.com features the most sought-after courses, each capturing the Southwest's diverse beauty, seamlessly woven into the rugged desert terrain and crafted with the exceptional quality that defines the Troon Golf experience. Play Arizona's premier courses at the best available rates and book your tee time today.
Hey, come here. You guys, I have a secret. The Ping lineup this year is led by the powerful new G440K driver. It was designed for incredible distance forgiveness and stability when it matters most. Ping equipment is precision engineered to help golfers swing with confidence and consistency, because when your clubs fit your game, you can truly play your best. Get fit at any Vans golf shop or visit ping.com for fitting guidance. You will feel the difference.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Auction Southern Dunes. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Backspin the Golf Show. Corey Matheson here, Brady Wilson, Andrew Long. We just informed you that Mike Bauer is not in studio with us. He's hosting a derby race today with the community and his Diamondbacks family and all this fun gig, bringing the energy outside of our Backspin family. But we're grateful for him and trusting us. We are joined by the one and only Rex Hoggard here. We were supposed to.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the final round of this tradition unlike any other.
He's the best golf reporter on the planet, the president of the Golf Writers Association of America, Golf Channel senior writer and host of the Golf Channel podcast. It's time to go inside the ropes, live with Rex Hoggard on Backspin the Golf Show.
Rex, are you at the Genesis? I'll let your spokesman speak for you.
I am not at the Genesis. I was in Connecticut last week, although I would have gladly traded that for a couple of rainy days in LA, if I'm being honest.
Gotcha.
Oh, we asked somebody else if you were.
We asked someone else if you were at. We asked someone else if you were at the Genesis, and they said
no.
Tiger got all the headlines this week with a one-word answer and then a loaded answer. We talked about it in the first segment, but since you've coined him his nickname, the Needle, let's start there with Tiger. What were your takes from Tiger's interview this week?
It's always fun after all these decades sort of trying to read between the lines when it comes to Tiger Woods. And we had Bob Herrick from SI on the show, and he's been doing it longer than any of us, talking about the press conference. And I will say it was our very own Rodney Todd Lewis, who asked, it felt a bit like a throwaway question. And it was, I believe the actual question is the Masters out of the question? And the response was a very quick no, but it was the look on Tiger's face that I think opened everything up to interpretation, because it's almost as if he was anticipating the question and knew exactly what his answer was going to do. Because I have to be honest with you, talking with him in the Bahamas for the interviews he did there during his Hero World Challenge, watching him just walk around the golf course that week, it didn't seem like at least professional competitive golf was anywhere close in his future. And so to see that he's come along this quickly where he'll at least throw it out there that no, and he's not one to do that. I think if you go back and you listen to what he said in the Bahamas, it was not very optimistic, him talking about his swing, his body, his recovery from multiple surgeries. This was really optimistic. And I still don't know that he's going to be able to play the Masters. Even if he does show up, it's going to be difficult for him to compete given everything he's gone through and how hilly that golf course was. But I can only imagine, I'm not in the secondary ticket market, but if I was, that really quick no answer probably just sent them on their ears.
Well, and you brought up the ticket. We were talking last hour if we were letting our mind go a little bit because we're here in Phoenix and saying, because the other part of that, I think the other loaded answer that he gave about leaving the door open to playing on the Champions Tour with a cart and 54 holes, we're letting our mind go a little bit. Hey, if that does happen, if that transpires, does he qualify for the Schwab Cup? And then is he here at Phoenix Country Club in late, middle November? So, thoughts on that? That's probably the second side of it. And that would jump ticket prices for the Schwab Cup significantly too.
There were so many breadcrumbs in that, and it was only about 20 minutes that he met with the media, and there were so many. We actually came out. We ran the press conference live and had, which normally is terrifying to us, about 8 minutes on the back end until the top of the hour and the show was over, but we had to essentially fill for 8 minutes, and it wasn't enough. We probably could have gone another 18 minutes on all the breadcrumbs. The Champions Tour one is the one that's fascinating as well, and I don't know that he completely dismissed that when we asked him about it in the Bahamas just before his 50th birthday. This one was much more forthcoming, I felt like, because you're right. He certainly left the door open, not just for the majors, which you would think the U.S. Senior Open is clearly on his radar. He loves the idea of winning another USGA championship and adding that to his resume. But I think it goes beyond that. Talking with people in the league, talking with players on the PGA Tour champions, I think there's a level of optimism that surprises some folks because he has a lot of easy ties to events, not just the majors, but you pointed out, I'm sure he'd love to be able to play the Tour Championship in Phoenix to finish off the season. He loves the idea of being around his old friends. He loves the idea of playing 54 holes of golf in a golf cart, which is obviously going to reduce the amount of stress on his body. You look at the close connections he has with Steve Stricker, who has his own PGA Tour Champions event, and Jim Furyk, he's got his own event in North Florida. Tiger has a sponsorship deal right there on his sleeve with Insperity, which sponsors a PGA Tour Champions event. I'm not going to be shocked at all if he plays not just the majors, but at least a handful of Champions Tour events. And I don't know I would have been that optimistic if we'd had this conversation even 6 months ago.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. There's another story that is, going around right now, an amazing one. Anthony Kim winning down in Australia on the Live Tour. And, with that amazing win, Rex, is there a pathway for Anthony Kim to make it to the Masters?
I think the pathway is there. I think I have the schedule right in my mind. I think they have 3 more events, Live Golf does, before the Masters. They're getting world ranking points now. The Masters doesn't have a built-in sort of shelf the way some of the other majors do, like the PGA Championship, for example. If you're in the top 100 in the world, you kind of get an automatic. It's sort of a bit of an unwritten rule, but everyone sort of recognizes it. Keep in mind, I think he moved up to 270-something, if I'm right, in the rankings with that victory. If he were to run the table, maybe, I said, doesn't seem completely realistic, but certainly if he were to do that, I think Augusta would take a hard look at it because he would move up so high in the rankings, it would be hard to ignore him. I kind of went the other way a little bit and pointed to the PGA Championship. As I just mentioned, it's not going to be too big of a jump for him to go where he is now, 270-something, to the top 100 of the world. I think it's much more likely we see him at the PGA Championship, even maybe the U.S. Open, given what he's done.
All right. Well, we didn't know if that was a yes or a no, but we left it open on the table, just like Tiger did. Good job, Rex. Hey, an article came out today that you wrote. You must have been up all night typing that about the DP World Tour, the conditional releases. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means and how that looks for, our points and our relationship as these players move forward?
Not up all night. Unfortunately, I woke up early this morning, thankfully, and that landed in my email box. So instead of enjoying my coffee on the back porch, I had to actually work a little bit. It is interesting, and it just kind of further softens the tensions between at least the DP World Tour and Live Golf. Essentially, 8 of their members who play on Live Golf right now. It's Terrell Hatton, it's Elvis Smiley, who just won. It's an Thomas Dietrich, a number of really good players that the European Tour would want them back. They have been given conditional release status this year, which means they can compete on Live Golf and get competing event releases and compete on the DP World Tour without paying fines like they have in the past. Keep in mind, every European Tour member who went to Live Golf has continued to keep their tour cards, those who kept their tour cards, and have been allowed to continue to compete in European Tour events. They've just had to pay fines, which in the case of Jon Rahm have added up to about $3 million, according to various reports. So this sort of does away with the fines, opens the door, allows both sides to come to an agreement that really helps both tours. Because if you read the small print, these 8 players, and they're all high-profile, really good world-class players, they're just not going to come and cherry-pick and play the best European Tour events. They're going to have to play a couple of others, which is really going to help those events. They're going to have to attend certain media events, which I can only imagine what that is going to be. They had to drop their appeals that they had, Terrell Hatton and Jon Rahm, for example, were appealing their fines. So it makes everything easier. And it's just one more crack, is the way I look at it, in the wall that's between the two sides. This clearly isn't the PGA Tour making the same move, but just the fact you have the European Tour doing it and they're in the same ecosystem. Keep in mind, last I checked, the PGA Tour still owns a portion of at least European Tour Entertainment, and they have a spot on that board. So it's telling on a number of factors. I guess the other half of this story is Jon Rahm's name wasn't not among those 8 players. So he chose not to give up his appeal, and he still owes the fines. And my guess is he'll continue to compete in European Tour events and rack up fines for each one of those Live Golf events. I think at this point, it seems, listening to what John has says, that this seems to me something that he just wants to prove a point. That he wants to prove a point that as a player, he can compete wherever he wants to, and he's going to push it to the extreme.
So eventually we got to get to the golf course, but one more question before we go there. The other kind of big news this week, Don Ray was removed from the PGA Tour board, and, Don's a friend of the program. And, I do feel personally as a PGA professional that our representation on the PGA Tour board is probably more ceremonial than anything, but and kind of feel bad for that. But what are some of the behind the scenes with that? I mean, it's obviously stems from the Ryder Cup and Rory and the tour's affection for Rory. So where does that stand in your mind? I know that they've put our vice president kind of in that role. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think you need to even go behind the scenes on that one. If you look at the announcement the PGA of America made just 3 weeks ago, I believe it is right now, at the hiring of the new CEO to replace Derek Sprague, it was the vice president who was quoted in that press release. And a lot of people noticed that. A lot of eyebrows went up because it was pretty obvious. And then obviously the PGA of America had a statement today that said Don Ray was going to be more member focused, whatever that means. I didn't quite understand, but it's clearly they're trying to protect themselves against the fallout that continues when it comes to Bethpage. And I'm not quite sure, you mentioned Rory's name, I'm not quite sure that's it, because my understanding is Don Ray ended up sending Rory a nice letter after the fact explaining that this isn't what the PGA of America wanted and apologizing for the fan behavior. If you look at the immediate reaction, though, from just not Don Ray, there was others on the PGA of America who responded with kind of a shrug shoulder emoji when it came to what happened at Bethpage. It was kind of like, well, what did you expect? This was going to be nasty. And so I don't think that went over well. I think if you look at the idea of how it happened, where it happened, and how long the PGA of America had to deal with this, I think all of those things factor into it. To a certain degree, I would say that Don Ray's probably catching some strays that he doesn't necessarily deserve because he's not the president that decided to go to Bethpage. But this is sort of the fallout.
Yeah. Well, golfchannel.com/authors/Rex Hoggard. You can get updates on all of these things, these articles. Rex, what does your week look like? Where in the world is Rex next week?
I can't wait, Corey. I'm finally out on the road. I'm going to Cognizant. I'm the reporter for Golf Central next week. So it'll be my first of the year. And after spending a couple weeks in Connecticut co-hosting, I need to get away from the snow. I'm not lying to you. I've had it with snow.
Are we doing some walk and talk?
I hope so. I would imagine we'll do some walk and talk. Still not a fan of the walk and talks, but I think depending on the player, they're starting to come around a little bit. I think my colleague Ryan Lavner did a couple during your event in Phoenix a few weeks ago.
He did a run and talk. A run and talk out to the 16th hole.
He had little tiny short legs. Yeah, he doesn't. And he also claims he was Golf Channel's best athlete, which is hilarious in my mind.
Awesome.
You would just call yourself that, but yeah.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you. I know you spent your morning writing these articles and keeping us up to date in the world of golf and our special connection, a little insider. So thank you. And we will hopefully touch base with you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rex Hoggard. We need to take a really quick break. Rex, thank you for being on with us.
Find everything you need at BackspinGolfShow.com. More Backspin next.
Looking for a true top 100 golf experience in Arizona? Look no further than Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. This pure golf experience offers endless desert and mountain views devoid of housing and rooftops. A Troon Golf favorite, Southern Dunes is always on must-play lists of both local and visiting golfers, and is a favorite among Troon Access members. After golf, be sure you visit the award-winning Arroyo Grill or play night golf on the lit #Mini Dunes course. Book your tee time today at AkChinSouthernDunes.com. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Tri-Force face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963, and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
What's up, guys? It's Eric Van Rooyen with Team Troon. My friends at Troon have a great way for you to play more golf. Access Premium and Access Premium Plus. Get awesome benefits like preferred rates at over 200 Troon courses, cool events, exclusive offers, and way more. You'll also earn access points every time you play that can be redeemed for complimentary golf. Check it out at golfwithaccess.com and use Backspin50 to get $50 off. That's golfwithaccess.com. Use Backspin50. See you at a Troon course soon.
Since 1945, FootJoy has been the shoe of choice on tour. That's over 80 consecutive years that the players at the highest level in golf have chosen FootJoy as their shoe of choice. FootJoy has shoes for every player, whether you prefer style, performance, traction, stability, or comfort. From the modern classic Premier Series worn by many tour players like Adam Scott to the new athletic Hyperflex, which inspired Justin Thomas to make a massive change in his golf shoes. Regardless of what you're looking for in golf shoes, FootJoy has you covered. Find the best shoe for your game at footjoy.com.
Now streaming live on YouTube, this is Backspin the Golf Show.
Wow, first hour is already wrapping up. Corey here, Brady and Andrew, we're in studio and we've had a fun first hour recapping Genesis. Do we have any more time left on the show? No, we don't, says Tiger Woods.
No.
Yes, thank you. No, we don't. So we're going to make a turn here. We're going to go over Golf Gaming 101. We're going to dive into Beat the Pro. We got to go to leaderboards. We got to talk about Scotty Scheffler because we can't have a show without doing that. We got a lot to still talk about. You're listening to Backspin the Golf Show, and we will be back after just a quick turn. We'll see you on the back nine.
The proceeding has been a paid program.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Parker & Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Start to the weekend. We'll top out this afternoon at about 72 sunny degrees. Overnight, clear skies to low 51. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Corey McCloskey.
This report is sponsored by Superstar Car Wash.
It's a new year, new deal at Superstar Car Wash. Kick off the year with 30% off for 3 months on an unlimited Super Protect membership. Wash more, worry less, and save big in the new year. Visit superstarcarwash.com for details. Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers.
From the Rapping Law Group Accident Attorney Studio.
Call Rappy.
KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix. Guaranteed human.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan, 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey
y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Thousands of amazing finds are hitting Macy's stores for one-day sale. We're talking incredible deals on so many styles, like trending juniors denim, lightweight sweaters, even luggage sets for your next trip. And it's all 40 to 60% off. That's over half off. Plus, with Star Money bonus days, members earn rewards even faster. See you at Macy's one-day sale today. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Liquid Death Sparkling Energy, the better for you, easy drinking energy drink.
The moments have been magical. The 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics are in the final days, and you can listen to all of NBC's live play-by-play coverage on the free iHeartRadio app.
Schifrin, golden, again!
Including the closing ceremonies, Sunday afternoon at 2:30 Eastern.
The best speed skater in the world!
Dreams realized.
It's her 6th Olympic medal!
Legends made.
He's gone!
Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Olympics.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Partner with Junior Achievement, the leader in financial education for youth, to save our children from a lifetime of insufficient funds. Volunteer to teach responsible money management skills.
Junior Achievement of Arizona, JAAZ.org.
The following is a paid program.
4 decades, one destination for the game of golf. This is Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. One of the top 5 courses you can play in Arizona. Streaming live, on demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
First hour done. You're listening to Backspin the Golf Show. Corey Matheson here, Brady Wilson, Andrew Long. We had a great first hour, joined by our guest, Rex Hoggard, and got some updates there. We still have a lot to cover in this next hour. We're going to go over leaderboards. We're going to go over, a Troon spotlight. We have to do Beat the Pro in the second hour. But first...
It's time for Golf Gaming 101, presented by Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club, with Backspin's very own Wizard of Odds, Coach Brady Wilson.
Money! Money! Some people got to have it.
Yes, they do.
Some people really need it. There you go.
Love it. I don't know why we play these song intros. It should just be you singing.
I'll just sing them for
Yep,
you.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, hey, Andrew, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you win and still lose?
No.
You mean Tiger? Tiger, I have a question for you.
Well, we found a way to beat the odds and to prove Tiger wrong on his answer for that. Last week at Pebble, we went 15-14, which is a winning week. That's a winning week.
It's a winning week. Yeah.
That's in green.
But
yes.
in the units,
Corey,
I know you're valuable. You pay attention to the units. We lost some money last week. We had some red in the units because the ones we bet were a little juicy,
higher,
as they say in the biz. Meaning we were in the minus odds, and so 15-14. The one win over over 500 didn't cover our juice in the bets. But if we're reviewing last week, Scotty top 5 came back and with 9 under in the final round and got that one to cover. And then the top 20 picks that we gave out on Instagram, Tommy Fleetwood hit. Well, we had some misses there. And then top 30, Jake Knapp hit. And then we had some other misses there. We did win the head-to-head bet with the early wedge guys. My guy, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2-0 versus him. So he's and
it's so humble of you. I mean, it's just facts.
I might have a little lead going into the weekend in our third bet. this week. I have Fleetwood. We need him to keep playing well, but no, I have Fitzpatrick. I'm sorry, and Fitz is in the top 10. So we're going to root for Fitz this weekend.
Now, who does he have?
Yep.
Yep.
No, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're not gonna throw shade on his picks, but it looks like right now, trying to be humble, if we were it looks like we might be up.
Straight facts.
We might be 3-0 after this weekend. I'm just saying. Anyway, but
you're just reporting the numbers.
Yeah,
for somebody who wins, you are the most humble person I know. I would
in the world of gaming, you're either due or you're hot.
Right.
And, but you also need to be careful because it can flip quick, right?
Mhm.
So we're a little bit on a hot streak with the early wedge guys, but you could also say that Eric is due. So we'll just kind of see
Right
how
until
that,
she
how that
bucks
works.
you.
Yeah, that's right. And so we did really good at Adelaide. We swept Adelaide. John Rahm top 5, and then top 20s with Cam Smith, Byung-Hun An, and Mark Leachman. All of those hit, so that was great. And then some of the basketball bonus picks that we gave out weren't good. Now, last week on the show, best bets, we've been pretty good at best bets, and we continue to do well. So if you follow us on Instagram, you get my picks on Wednesday. This week I did them on Tuesday to try to get some Olympic picks in ahead of the time. So, but they usually come out Wednesday night. We do the picks. Those are pre-tournament picks. Those are before the tournament starts. And then best bets are the picks we give out live on the show that you can bet right now. We've been pretty good with those picks this year. Year to date on best bets, we're 29-19-1. So if you're looking at an analytics of this, and you would say, well, Instagram, I'm going to pick and choose which one Brady gives out because I tend to give out more on the Instagram picks.
Right.
But if you're a listener and you're listening to us live here on best bets, we're on
60%'s pretty darn good.
We're on a hot streak, right? So you may want to tune in here. Shifting to this week in the Genesis, the Instagram picks that we did give out on Wednesday, the pre-tournament picks, which are mostly still live. We were just decided we're going to bet Scotty Scheffler top 5 until he doesn't hit that. He had a rough in the last 2 weeks. WM and Pebble. He did not start well, and every round got better. I'd like to see him continue to get better because he did start slow again this week, but he played very well yesterday. He's moving up the leaderboard. So Scotty Scheffler, top 5, it's still live. I mean, now it's longer odds, I think, this week, but we'll see where that goes. But the top 20s that we gave out all look really good. Tommy Fleetwood well inside that, Xander well inside that, and Siwoo Kim's right on that number. So those picks are good. The top 30 picks, Matt Fitzpatrick, again, well inside that, and Jake Knapp's right there. But we did have one top 30 pick. So I ask you, can I win a top 30 pick with Sam Burns when he misses the cut?
No.
That's right. So thank you, Tiger. So anyway, and then tournament matchups, Cootie versus Kitayama. Kitayama's winning that right now, but I like Pearson Cootie to make a little weekend charge here. So I'm not giving up on that one.
I do too.
Yep. Yeah, Longhorn says to the Longhorn. And then I like Knapp, Jake Knapp. I like him versus Oberge. I'm kind of fading Oberge.
Fade him.
Yeah, he's just not himself. And so that's one where we're just kind of picking whoever's matched up against him on DraftKings. That's our preferred sports book. And then Fitzpatrick versus Harrison English. Again, I have Fitzpatrick in another bet head-to-head, but I have English here, Fitzpatrick versus English, and again, I like that one. And then these have been the fun prop bets that I've been kind of giving out. Whoever wins, 18th at Riv is hard. It's uphill off the tee, and the green is very severe back to front. If you hit it too far left, you can't hit it to the green. If you hit it too far right, you're in the trees and you got to hit a big cut. So it's a hard hole. The 18th at Riv is a very hard hole. Great finishing hole. Natural amphitheater, spectacular. So right now, the winner to par the 72nd hole. So whoever wins the Genesis, I gave that out. Will they par the 72nd hole? Well, if you have a lead, it's an easy bogey. And to par means they could birdie. So whoever wins this tournament is standing on the 18th tee. If they birdie or par, I win. If they par, because I've said no, they won't par the 18th hole. And that's plus money. That's plus 175. So a very unique bet there. We also gave out some TGL picks and just run through those real quick. That's coming up this week on Monday and Tuesday. They have double headers because the Cognizant is in Palm Beach, your neck of the woods down there in Florida, Corey. And that's where TGL is. It's right around the corner. So they're maximizing that opportunity with that tour stop being there to get 4 matches in 2 days in. And there's 2 clubs that have to play back-to-back matches on the same night. The Atlanta Drive and I believe the New York Golf Club both have to play 2 matches. I'm fading both of them for all 4 matches, right? So I like Boston Common over Atlanta Drive. I like LA Golf Club over Atlanta Drive. That will happen in the same night. Yep, that one. Yeah, Justin Rosie's team. When I was boots on the ground and rooting for the LA Golf Club against Jupiter Lynx, that was we brought a foam finger back, sitting in the studio, and that's our squad there. And then on the very next night, I like the Bay Golf Club to beat New York Golf Club, and I like Boston Common to beat the New York Golf Club. So I think Boston Common comes out of there 2-0. That's Rory's team. They're pretty good. And then in the LPGA, Gino Thitical to win. She's leading after round 3. Mayu Yamashita is right there in the top 10. She's right on the number. Somi Lee to top 20, and she's well inside that, kind of competing at the top of the leaderboard. And Brooke Henderson, she needs to play well in round 4 here to get in the top 20. But like those picks as well. And then we gave out some fun picks. We took women's hockey to beat Canada. We lost with Switzerland beat Sweden in the bronze medal game. And then my favorite bet, the reason I sent them out on Tuesday, my favorite bet that I gave out on Instagram this week, we took the Canada-Switzerland moneyline parlay in men's curling, and it hit. So there you go, buddy.
So there's a little controversy around the Canadian men and women's curling team.
Well, the Canadian guys, they cheat, but that's okay. That's just how we'll kind of roll with that. We'll keep that to a minimum. You've heard of Miracle on Ice. Well, there's Miracle on Ice as well, just curling, right? So hitting a parlay is kind of fun there. Best bets this week, and then we'll wrap up this segment. But just these I feel pretty good about these, and I know you're angst for Rory there, but I think Rory wins. I think Rory wins the Genesis. It just feels like he's kind of coming into form. He takes a few weeks to kind of get into form. He played overseas, and I feel like he's going to compete. So I like Rory to win. That's plus 194 on DraftKings right now. Xander is just a machine. He's played very well this week. I like Xander to finish in the top 5. That's minus 148. My guy, Tommy Fleetwood, top 10. Tommy Fleetwood. I like him minus 158 to top 10. So I'm giving out a win, a 5, a 10, and a 20. And my 20 is Scotty Scheffler right now. We have him in the pre-tournament picks to top 5. For him to just move up the leaderboard into the top 20 is minus 180. It's a little juicy, but I think it's worth putting a few units on.
He's already gone up 16 spots. There's still players to go out today, but he's 2 under right now.
Correct.
Just through 7 holes. So a little better than the last couple days. He always does that.
And it's a live bet, so you can bet it right now, even though he started his round.
Yep.
Jake Knapp, these are round 3 matchups. Jake Knapp versus Colin Morikawa. I like Jake Knapp minus 108. He's the underdog in that matchup. Colin's favored. And I like Minwoo Lee in the battle of Down Under. I like Minwoo Lee minus 120 versus Adam Scott. I think Adam Scott's played well this week, but I just feel like Minwoo Lee's kind of the better player there, and he's the favorite in that at minus 120. Now, let's talk hockey. Yes. Let's talk men's Olympic hockey, right? I got my United States hat on. I got my United States shirt on. So, yes, I like the United States to win a gold medal. First time since the Miracle on Ice in 1980. I like them minus 105 versus those Canucks. Sid the Kid's out. He's hurt. He's not going to play. They're saying he's going to play. He's not going to play. And the Hughes boys. You got the Hughes brothers. Love it. So I think we go USA minus 105 over Canada there. And then really kind of a rare thing in college basketball for this late in the season before tournament starts. You have 2 top 5 matchups today.
I know.
You got Arizona, who's ranked 4th, against Houston, at Houston, who's ranked 2nd. I like the Wildcats. I'm a Sun Devil, but realistically, putting my gaming hat on, I think the Wildcats go down to Houston and perform well. They're not going to be mild. They're going to be wild. I like them plus 5.5. That's a lot of points for such a good basketball team. So I think take Arizona, and that's minus 110. And then Duke and Michigan are playing, and Michigan is favored. That's 1 versus 3. Michigan's favored at Cameron.
That just is
I'm
mind-blowing.
also not a Duke fan. I'm a Tar Heel guy, born and raised kind of in my blood. But again, basketball head on. I think Duke wins at home. So I think you can take Duke money line and plus money. So Duke to win at home is
please.
plus money. Yeah, plus 124.
Yeah.
So those are the bonus bets to go with the golf bets there at the Genesis. But I feel pretty good about where we're standing right now with the pre-tournament picks and the best bets. And again, pretty high record on the best bets right now, so maybe you want to throw in a few of those.
Well, I've been on DraftKings as you've been talking and just clicking away here. And I've followed your best bets for a while now, and I will say I have made some money. I won't say how much money I've lost because there are 2 listeners at home.
Yeah, two. Your units are up.
My units are up, honey.
In your family. And in your
exactly.
and in your gaming book.
I'm just winning right now, Brady.
Yeah, you're just winning at life. Andrew Long.
Family units are up. I love that.
Man.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you. And people can follow along on Instagram, get those picks every week. Usually Wednesdays. This week, Brady was excited because he wanted to get some Olympic stuff in. But Golf Gaming 101, that is it. We're going to take a really quick break on Backspin the Golf Show. And when we return, Troon Spotlight, Beat the Pro, we got some catching up to do. We'll see you in just a minute.
Watch and subscribe on YouTube. More Backspin in moments.
Can't find a tee time? Courses near you sold out? Play night golf at Auction Southern Dunes at #MiniDunes. This 6-hole par 3 loop can be played once or make 3 loops to play 18 holes. Enjoy the vibe, music, food, and expertly crafted cocktails from a Royal Grill on the go. And check out Auction's Into the Night package that offers an afternoon sundown round on the championship course, followed by a lit experience at #MiniDunes. It's always lit at AuctionSouthernDunes.com or call 480-367-8949. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Triforce face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963, and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
What's up, guys? It's Eric Van Rooyen with Team Troon. My friends at Troon have a great way for you to play more golf. Access Premium and Access Premium Plus. Get awesome benefits like preferred rates at over 200 Troon courses, cool events, exclusive offers, and way more. You'll also earn access points every time you play that can be redeemed for complimentary golf. Check it out at golfwithaccess.com and use Backspin50 to get $50 off. That's golfwithaccess.com. Use Backspin50. See you at a Troon course soon.
World-class courses, championship conditions, unforgettable experiences. Welcome to the Troon Spotlight, presented by TroonGolfAZ.com. Your gateway to the very best of Arizona golf.
With over 200 participating courses nationwide, our Troon family is very important to us. We might be planning a weekend getaway or discovering our local golf courses, but Troon has played a big role. And this week, we wanted to talk a little bit about Saddlebrook.
The Saddlebrook 2, baby.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. It's if you know, right now in Phoenix, it's I mean, it's a hard place to get a tee time.
Mhm.
I'll just be honest with you. Down in the Southern Dunes, we're sold out every Friday and Saturday into April. So, you know, one of those things that if you're a local golfer and like, hey, maybe getting on is hard to do,
Or maybe you want to play somewhere a little different because your
Yep.
course is all filled up.
You know,
maybe go somewhere a little outside of Phoenix
it's
area.
not that far. Just drive down to the old Pueblo down there in Tucson. And Saddlebrook 2, located just 20 minutes north of Tucson. So if you're coming from Phoenix, you don't have to go all the way into Tucson.
It's
You
even
just get there.
closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's even closer.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there in the heart of the Sonoran Desert. They have 36 holes, championship golf, Mountain View Golf Club, and the Preserve. They call them the Saddlebrook 2. Each offer a different experience. You know, they have great conditions. My man, Mike Carpes, the director of golf operations down there, does a great job with the service and the team. They have, you know, just crazy desert landscapes and sweeping mountain views. It's a really cool place to be, Andrew, if you've ever been down there.
You know, some courses say desert golf, but you know, this course is actually in the desert, right? You know, so it's you know, I've driven past it, I've looked at it, and you know, I've been wanting to go, and I've been doing my research since we, you know, doing our spotlight here, and man, let me tell you, I'm going to use my Troon Access Pass now that I've got that renewed.
I know,
that
earlier this week you were like, "Hey guys, what's our discount code? Because I need to buy mine. What is our discount code? Now you
Access
know it.
Premium member, newest Access Premium member.
What is the discount code now that you know it?
Backspin 50.
Yeah, with Backspin 50, you can get that Access Premium deal. But back to Mountain View, you know, they have two courses at the Saddlebrook 2, Mountain View Golf Club. It's kind of known for its playable yet very engaging, right? Elevated tee boxes, rolling fairways. Andrew, if you've been there, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of cool to stand on an elevated tee box and just kind of see where the ball's going to go, right? You can see the whole hole, and you know, this one sweeps to the left, this one sweeps to the right. Real nice rolling fairways. And then the Preserve is the other one, and that one's more strategic. There's a lot of shot making there, a little bit more target golf, pristine conditions there. You know, but it's really two different golf courses. So you can go there, and, you know, maybe you play 36 and you have two vastly different experiences, which is cool.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
The last time I went down to Tucson, we actually took an excursion and went hiking. And we went hiking right in this same area. So if I had been a little bit smarter and known, then I could have just been hiking this beautiful golf course at the same time, basically, and playing right at the, you know, Catalina Mountains right there.
The Catalinas.
Like looking over the valley. Like it is absolutely beautiful. It's known for, you know, the layout and those elevated tees that you're talking about and the fairways. But, you know, but beautiful, beautiful desert target style design. And not to mention, I've heard on the street that this team and the people that work there, like, love working there, and they create that family environment, and they welcome anybody and everybody.
It's like Cheers there.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you going to sing again?
No, just everyone knows your name there.
Oh, okay.
Where everyone knows your name.
Yeah.
Yep. Norm. There might be a Norm sitting at the bar too.
Making
you never
her
know.
way
But
in
anyway,
golf today.
And like I said, Mike Carpes, a good friend, director of golf down there, does a great job. So when you go there, you know, you just want to go back, right? You kind of feel welcome. And remember, Access Premium member, you get preferred rates, right? Because with all the added perks of being part of the Troon family. And to book that round, go to troongolfaz.com. You can book that round and discover why the Saddlebrook 2, Mountain View, and the Preserve stand out, right? And it's definitely an Arizona premium golf experience. And again, get out of Phoenix, get a little away. You'll have a good time. You won't regret that. I promise.
Yeah, that's awesome. Short drive, not too far away.
All right. Well, that's definitely on our radar and should be on yours. Saddlebrook 2, troongolfaz.com.
You know what else is on the radar?
What?
Beat the Pro.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah, we need to get the little Beat the Pro action going. What's the phone number, Andrew, to call in? 855-260-9191. Do you know it? Do I know it?
Do I know it?
Do the people know it?
I don't know. Maybe people know it. Maybe they don't.
Or
no.
No, they do.
No, you do. 855-260-9191. I think we need to take a break, but what we'll do is you can load up the lines and then we'll get some questions. Do you want to get the first question out?
Sure. Why don't we ask the first question when we'll see how it goes. Anthony Kim, since we're going to talk Anthony Kim, since he's kind of in the news right now. Anthony Kim set the Masters record for the most birdies in a single round in 2009. How many birdies did he have?
I almost shared this fact earlier, and I'm glad I didn't. So I didn't look at the questions yet. But 855-260-9191. Load up those phone lines. I guess you have time to Google it too if you don't know. But it's been all over the news. And we're going to take a really quick break. When we return, we'll continue with Beat the Pro.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for your chance to win free golf, tickets, and great gear. More Backspin in moments.
As an LPGA professional and loyal Ping player, the all-new 2026 lineup has me captivated. This year is led by the powerful new G440K driver, designed for incredible distance, forgiveness, and stability when it matters most. Ping equipment is precision engineered to help golfers swing with confidence and consistency, because when your clubs fit your game, you can truly play your best. Get fit at any Vans golf shop or visit ping.com for fitting guidance, and you will feel the difference.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Tri-Force face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963, and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Since 1945, FootJoy has been the shoe of choice on tour. That's over 80 consecutive years that the players at the highest level in golf have chosen FootJoy as their shoe of choice. FootJoy has shoes for every player, whether you prefer style, performance, traction, stability, or comfort. From the modern classic Premier Series worn by many tour players like Adam Scott, to the new athletic Hyperflex, which inspired Justin Thomas to make a massive change in his golf shoes. Regardless of what you're looking for in golf shoes, FootJoy has you covered. Find the best shoe for your game at footjoy.com.
Redefine your Arizona golf experience. TroonGolfAZ.com features the most sought-after courses, each capturing the Southwest's diverse beauty, seamlessly woven into the rugged desert terrain and crafted with the exceptional quality that defines the Troon Golf experience. Play Arizona's premier courses at the best available rates and book your tee time today.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show, your home for the game, the gear, and the stories that matter in golf.
Thanks for listening to Backspin the Golf Show. Corey Matheson here, Brady Wilson, and Andrew Long in studio. Missing Bauer today. He's out emceeing a derby. And we might go catch him after the show, but he'll be back in next week. I actually won't be here next week.
Where are you going to be, Corey?
We have a tournament. We have our father-daughter tournament. It's called this. Well, not father-daughter. It's a sweetheart tournament. They can play with any adult, so that's kind of fun. So I'm actually starting a run of like a ton of events coming up, and I might just have to call in and check in with you guys. I won't.
Can you have a mother-daughter?
Yes.
That's
it's not the father-daughter. It's a sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
They can play with any adult. In the mother-daughters in May and father-daughters in June.
Got it.
But yeah. So did anybody ask you to be their partner? No.
Well, that's
Whatever.
going to be on the docket for you in a few years.
I
right?
can't wait.
3.
I can't wait.
Anyways, okay, well, we have people patiently waiting because we started Beat the Pro a little bit early. How this works is we throw out some questions on air. We're going to throw 2 questions out today. We already threw out 1. We'll repeat it again. But you can call in. You can try to answer the question. If you answer the question correctly, then you get to choose somebody that you think might win at next week's tournament. Then if you pick that person, then you potentially win a pot that gets added $50 every week. $50 gets added to this pot every week until someone wins. Now, our pros at Vans Golf Shop, because this is sponsored by Vans, they pick who they think is going to win. And this week we got a new guy, Sam in Gilbert. Welcome to the Vans family, Sam. Right? You were with him yesterday?
I was. Go see Sam. He's great. He can
Which
fit
store?
you. He's in the Gilbert location.
Gilbert. And who did Sam pick? We let him pick this week.
Sam picked Luke Clanton.
All right. So Luke Clanton's off the board. It is for the Cognizant Classic. It's not like, and it's not a major. It's not, the field is a little different, but
it's at,
we'll look. We'll help.
It's there in Palm Beach. It's at PGA National, which is played it multiple times. It is a brutal golf course when the wind catches up.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be really, really hard.
So we can help you with the field if you need help. But we're going to we threw out one question. We'll repeat it. Phone lines are full right now. And then we'll get somebody on to hopefully answer that. What was that question again, Andrew?
Anthony Kim set the Masters record for the most birdies in a single round in 2009. How many birdies did he have?
Let's go to Tom in Phoenix. Tom, you're on the air with Backspin.
Hey, good morning. Good to talk. Right off the top of my head, I'd say 11.
11 is the number, Tom.
That's a good guess. All right. Tom, do you have a possible pick? Do you know who's playing in Cognizant Classic? If not, then our gaming guru can tell you who some of the leaders are.
I'm not cognizant of any of the players.
Well done.
Oh, nice.
Well done, Tom.
Nicely done.
Well, based off of the official world golf rankings, this is your list of the top players in the field.
Listen, I beat Marty Supreme in ping pong too.
There you go.
But,
there you go.
Yeah.
Ben Griffin, Shane Lowry.
Ben Griffin. Yeah. Give me Shane Lowry.
Shane Lowry.
He's like way overdue.
Okay.
There you go.
Keep away from that extra Guinness. He'd be fine.
There you go. I like it. All right.
Thanks for listening, Tom. We got you down on the board.
We got you on. So Tom's got Shane Lowry. So we got Luke Clanton and Shane Lowry off the board down in Palm Beach, right next door to the TGL.
Yeah.
They're right next to each other.
All right. So we have one more spot. We're going to ask one more question. Then our third question, we're going to throw it out on our Instagram. But the next question, what is the next question, Andrew?
All right. We're going to stick with the theme here. You like themes?
Yes.
And I like themes. So we're going to go with another Anthony Kim question here. Anthony Kim won at Live Golf Adeline. The Phenom won 3 times on the PGA Tour many years ago. Name one of his victories. So he's won 3 times on tour.
Okay.
The Phenom?
The Phenom.
Who wrote the questions this week? You? Your AK questions?
No. I did one.
You did
I think
one?
Bauer put the other one on there for
All right.
us.
Yeah. We'll give Bauer some credit.
All right. Let's go to Rick and Chandler. Rick, you're on the air with Backspin.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
gang.
Rick, do you know
music.
Rick, do you know any of the other victories that Anthony Kim had on the PGA Tour?
Boy, I have no idea. Let me.
Phone a friend? I don't know.
This was a long time. This was a long time ago. Probably half the tournaments today don't.
Different sponsors. Yes.
Well, he won twice in 2008.
Pardon me?
2 of his wins came in 2008.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of tournaments back then.
Well, give us a guess. And both of these are still legitimate tournaments on the tour schedule.
Insert Jeopardy theme music now.
Yeah.
I'll just guess the Heritage Classic.
It's a good guess, but that one unfortunately is wrong there, Rick. But thanks for listening, and we'll get you in the coming weeks.
All right. Let's go over to Bill in Peoria. Bill, you're on the air with Backspin.
Good morning, everyone.
My man Bill. I know Bill's got Bill's an encyclopedia of knowledge. What you got, Bill?
Bill does not have much knowledge on Anthony Kim, but I think he won the Tour Championship, but I'm not positive.
No, it is not a major.
Yeah, or the Tour Championship. Nope, he won twice in 2008 and one in 2010. But and they were just regular Tour stops, not the Tour Championship. But good guess, Bill. I mean, it's been a while since Anthony Kim's been back, right? So
12 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
we got one more. We still have a phone line open, 855-260-9191 if you want to call in, because we got another listener. John from Tucson, you're on the air. John? John, can you hear us? Do you know a tournament that Anthony Kim has won on the PGA Tour?
Wachovia Championship.
He did.
All right.
There you go.
Yep, 2008, he won the Wachovia Championship. He also won the AT&T National that year. And then in 2010, he won the Houston Open.
In a playoff.
In a playoff, yep.
Yeah.
John, thanks for being a loyal listener to Backspin. Do you have a player that you would like to select for the Cognizant Classic? We threw out a couple names earlier. I don't know if you could hear while you were on hold, but we do have the field pulled up if you need help.
Yeah, let me hear a couple more names.
Okay, yeah, you got Ben Griffin, you got Aaron Rye, let's see, Rasmus Højgaard, Sammy Valimaki, and Michael Thorbjornsen are probably your best bets out there right now.
Let's go with Rye. He's stepping it up this week.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I like Two Glove Rye too. Yeah.
Yep. Aaron Rye.
All right, thank you.
Kind of nice to get a little bit of a different, some different names in there. And,
Yeah.
Feels like it's a little bit
Eyes
more
on
open.
some different
Well,
players.
it's nice when, like you said, you get the different names in there, but that's because the big guys, they're out. They're practicing for a bigger tournament.
Or they're
coming up.
playing at TGL.
Yeah.
Or they're on the leaderboard this week at the Genesis. If we go back to that, again, Marco Polo, Pengi, Marco Pengi, is tied for first with Jacob Bridgman. They're at 12 under. And then Rory, again, my pick to win the tournament. Rory's only one back, and he's at 11 under. And then at T4, you have Xander and Adam Scott. They're at 9 under, 3 back. And then you get down into Max Greiserman, Minwoo Lee, at T6 at 8 under. And then at 7 under, you have a whole host of people. That's Fitzpatrick, Clark, Kitayama, and Fleetwood. So great leaderboard out at Genesis.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see, Scotty down at the bottom, but he's been doing that for the last few weeks. His
first rounds haven't been,
yeah,
and then he has to hustle.
And
puts his head down and hustles.
I saw something, and it's kind of made me wonder: is he doing this on purpose? Is he having these slow starts on Thursday to make it more challenging, to make it more entertaining for us, like a gladiator? Are you not
like a little scared, and then now,
he's really. I mean, he really has been a guy that really has started slow in those last couple events and finished really strong, just kind of progressively, like last week again, 9 under, and was leading the tournament in the clubhouse for a while, at Pebble.
Well, and just like Anthony Kim, everybody loves that little comeback story, and even if it's just 2 days for Scotty, it's like, wait, I did this, and now we get to celebrate it. It makes it a little more dramatic, right?
Well, and it was funny last week, this morning or last night on SportsCenter, which is, linear television, ESPN. They're going to just hit highlights.
Mm-hmm.
All the great golf that's being played at the Genesis, all the highlights were Scotty Scheffler. And they did a breakdown of how he started the last couple of events. And the whole segment about the Genesis last night was Scotty's going to miss the cut. Start of the day, going to miss the cut. And then, he played his way out of missing the cut.
So basically you're saying the question was Scotty going to miss the cut?
Right.
No.
Okay,
That's right.
good.
There you go.
Never a doubt. Tiger.
Never a doubt. Scotty's
Tiger's
not
like,
gonna-
no.
So, and as you mentioned earlier, Scotty's on the golf course already. And he's 2 under on his round and moving up the leaderboard pretty quick.
Well,
right now he's tied for 32nd. So
Let's wrap up really fast. Let's take one more quick break before we go. But we finished our Beat the Pro. Great timing this week, giving Mucho Behind the Glass a little time to catch up with our listeners and get their information in there. But we still have one more spot open that we give out on Instagram.
Right.
So that will go out this week on Instagram, and you can contribute. And what happens is we post a story, and then you can say who you think you want to win, and then we put everybody's name in a hat, and we just choose a random contributor for our 4th spot, and then they get to be a part of that. And then between the 3 of them, they get to try to beat our pro, which is our Vans Golf Shop rep. So right now we're watching Luke Clanton, Aaron Rye, and Shane Lowry. Those are kind of the players that have been picked.
Yeah, and if you go back to the Beat the Pro from last week, the pros pick was Victor Hovland. And then, we have Scotty and Jake Knapp on there. So good opportunity for some people to win some balls from Vans Golf Shop.
Beat the pro, if you don't pick the winner, if you pick the winner, you get the cash.
Right.
If you beat the pro, then you get a box of balls from any Vans Golf Shop that you choose. And all you have to do is go on our website and be like, I'm going to Scottsdale, or I'm going to go visit Sam and Gilbert, right?
Get those Chrome Tours.
There you go.
Yeah, go see Sam and Gilbert. He is one of the nicest guys you'll meet. He can fit you, fix your clubs, and, he does such a great job. And so if you want to find Sam and say hello to him, he looks like his dad is John Daly and his mom is Laura Davies. He goes by John Davies on Instagram.
All right. A shout out to Sam there.
I like
All right,
that.
we're going to take a really quick break. When we return, let's finish wrapping up these leaderboards and see what's coming up in the world of golf. Thank you for listening to Backspin the Golf Show.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for your chance to win free golf, tickets, and great gear. More Backspin in moments.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
Draped over the majestic McDowell Mountains on the edge of Scottsdale, Eagle Mountain Golf Club is among Troon's finest Arizona facilities. With jaw-dropping views in virtually every direction, there's a lot to love about Eagle Mountain, especially if you have a Troon Access subscription. Whether it's a serene 18, dining in the panoramic grill, shopping in the newly renovated golf shop, or even a wedding or celebration, heck, I got married there. It was great. Eagle Mountain is the ultimate host. To take flight, just call 480-816-1234 or visit eaglemtn.com. That's 480-816-1234 or eaglemtn.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Callaway Quantum drivers. The new Callaway Quantum drivers feature Tri-Force face, and the result is a faster face, more ball speed, and a quantum leap in distance off the tee. Check out the Callaway Quantum drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store or online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Looking for a true top 100 golf experience in Arizona? Look no further than Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. This pure golf experience offers endless desert and mountain views devoid of housing and rooftops. A Troon golf favorite, Southern Dunes is always on must-play lists of both local and visiting golfers, and is a favorite among Troon Access members. After golf, be sure you visit the award-winning Arroyo Grill or play night golf on the lit #Mini Dunes course. Book your tee time today at AkChinSouthernDunes.com. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks for listening. Backspin the Golf Show here. Corey Matheson, Brady Wilson, Andrew Long. We don't have Bauer today, but we're going to go catch him. He's emceeing a derby race at
the beer can derby. It's like the Pinewood Derby.
Oh, you make it with beer cans?
Yeah, but I think you make them out of beer cans. Yeah.
You make them
Wait,
out of
your
little...
niece and nephew did that?
Yeah, so you get a little
kids
kit.
can do
They
it?
give you
Oh.
a kit.
They give you a little... Yeah, you're not drinking the beer, then, making it.
Well, you're like, Dad, I got to make a card. And then you just say,
It's a
hey.
spinoff of the old. I don't know. Were you a Boy Scout?
Yep.
I was
Oh, yeah,
a Boy
they
Scout.
do it at
Yeah, it's a
school and
spinoff
stuff
of the Boy Scouts Pinewood Derby,
Yeah.
which is a big deal.
Yeah, anyways.
So,
all right.
cool.
Well, we've had a great show so far. We've got a little bit of time left with you all. Let's maybe go over some leaderboards. How are our LPGA doing there in Thailand?
Yeah, they're over in the Thailand, and we have a Thailand, a Thailandee.
Yeah.
I don't correct me. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Mucho, is that
Just tie?
Mucho, is that any of that right?
A local representative?
Okay. Well, Gino Thidicol is leading the tournament. She's at 20 under. And they're already done with round 3. They only have 1 round left. Hyuju Kim is 2 strokes back. And then American Allison Karpuz is tied for 3rd at 17 under with Chizzy Iwa and Somi Lee. Somi Lee right there. And some of these bets were given out in Best Bets and on Instagram this week. You know, we gave out Gino to win. She's winning. We gave out Somi Lee. We gave out Brooke Henderson, who needs to play well. Come on. Maybe she'll be inspired by all of her Canadian hockey team. Who's going to lose? I don't know. We'll see.
Who's going to lose?
But we'll just kind of try to figure that all out. But interesting stuff about Gino, Corey.
Yeah, not only is she contending in her homeland, you know, where she's from, but she's also currently ranked world number 1, which is pretty cool. The LPGA put out some cool facts that she holds a single season earning record, which is chump change compared to the men. A season, $7.5 million. But that's cool.
That's
still
great.
great. Obviously, amazing.
I take that.
Yep.
How old do you think she was when she won her first event? Like,
She was
it's crazy.
Wasn't she like 14,
Yes.
15, something
14.
like that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
I have a
Couldn't drive,
15-year-old.
but she could drive.
I have a 15-year-old and a
See what you did
7.
there.
She could drive. Yeah, I love that. In 2025, so last year, she set the record for the lowest season scoring average in LPGA history, 66.6.
Gino can get it around.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully she gets it around and wins.
Yeah, we need that.
She won her first 2 events as a rookie, and they were both in playoffs.
We talk about that's just just golfing your ball and being nerves
guys,
of steel.
One of them I watched with about 20 girls sitting on the green. It was at the JT. It was called the JTBC Classic then.
Where's that at?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You were there, but don't know.
Oh, wasn't it in Phoenix? Oh,
Do you know where you were? Yeah. No.
Does Tiger know where I was?
Does Tiger know where you were?
No. I thought it was here. I think I'm wrong. I think it was here. We watched a playoff. JTBC sponsored here, but I'm probably wrong because it would have said Founders Cup. So I don't know where it was. Probably in California.
Well, that's she's a good player for
but
sure.
She ascended to Rolex rankings number 1 for the first time since October 22 at the age of 19.
Yeah.
So this lady is somebody to watch. The fastest to reach career earnings in the multi-millions at almost 13 million. So that's pretty cool. So fun to watch. And you obviously had some eyes set on her this week, right?
Yeah, well, she's been a moneymaker for us in Golf Gaming 101.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of riding. Again, remember, you're either hot or due.
Right.
So we're gonna ride that Gino train.
Or hot doo-doo.
Yeah, Corey.
That was perfect.
That was great. So happy for that. That was my,
So happy
that's my
for
favorite moment of the show
hot
right there.
doo-doo.
Hot doo-doo.
All right. Yeah, that's
speaking
right.
of,
Wait.
Andrew may have had
Wait,
some.
do you have a story? We have to get
no.
on some baby stories.
I don't know if our listeners want to hear this.
Well, if
New
you're a
dad.
parent, you know that sometimes you find yourself
Put
in
the
some
diaper
hot
on
doo-doo.
right away. Not a lot of time with diaper off. That's my recommendation. DP World Tour is going on as well, and a little bit probably a light week for them, just with where they're at and the travel from Adelaide. So not a lot of live guys playing in the DP World Tour this week. They're over in Kenya, which is kind of cool. Angel Ayora from Spain is leading there through 3 rounds. He's tied with Casey Jarvis, who's from South Africa. And then right there in 3rd place is Davis Bryant. Kind of a neat story to have him there, 1 back, tied with Henny Duplessis. So also from South Africa. So nice to see Africa. The DP World Tour truly is a world tour and playing there in Kenya. So that's pretty special.
And Kenya had their first player to make a professional golf tournament cut this week.
Kenya make it cut.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not gonna work here anymore.
Not gonna work here anymore. Yeah, it was pretty good. But anyway, that's your leaderboard wrap-ups. I think we should kind of, I don't know if all our listeners know that, Andrew, you do have pretty good connection with Anthony Kim. You were with him at Augusta when he had his 11 birdies. You may not have known you were watching history.
I didn't know I was watching history. Yeah, we were following him, but yeah.
But you've got some connections with AK, and with him catching all the headlines coming out of golf this week. Anything you want to share with with listeners or
Well, I mean, I don't want people to think that him and I are, best friends because, I mean, I certainly would like to be. But
Yeah, you're right.
But no, I've followed his career. We've messaged each other back and forth, and the determination that he has shown and the practice that he has put in over these last couple of years to get where he's at, and the things that he's gone through personally is just absolutely amazing. And man, I'm just I couldn't be happier for you, Anthony, and your friend or in your family. It's true testament of never giving up and just getting better 1% at a time, as he says. So it was awesome.
So we got your updates, Baby World. We know where Bauer is. How's construction going?
Yeah, looks like we'll have a press release going out, so we'll probably talk a little bit more about it next week. But Southern Dunes is getting ready to do a major renovation and expansion to our clubhouse. We're going from 11,300 square feet to 23,600 square feet. I'm one of those people that does not understand square footage, but I understand that that's more than double.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
That's big.
and
Do you get a bigger office?
Eventually,
more offices?
in the short term, we're going to have smaller quarters. We're going to be in a temporary trailer. It'll stay on the same footprint as the current clubhouse. So if you've been to Southern Dunes and you're familiar with that, we'll be in a trailer over by the chipping green for a little bit. The chipping green will become the putting green. We're going to build a new putting green, but there's going to be some really cool stuff. We're going to have a drive-through turnhouse, Corey. So when you come off a 9, you don't even have to get out of your cart and get your beers.
Throwing glizzies at each other?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have the drinks to go system in our Arroyo Grill. The Danielle 1 and Danielle 2, I call them. That's our F&B manager and our assistant manager, both named Danielle. So we have to delineate D1 and D2. We've instituted the drinks to go system, which is you can make your cocktails and we put it in a pop top and can it for you right there, so you can take multiple, put them in the beverage carts. Riggs from Barstool's involved in that, and he's been a big proponent. So we got a lot of nice things going on down there. Again, the golf course is in phenomenal shape. We our former superintendent had a great opportunity and left, so we have an interim superintendent right now, Joe Karen, who is part of the Troon family up at Rio Verde. He stepped in and done a great job for us in this short period of time. And then our new superintendent starts on Monday, Ryan Coburn, and he used to work at PGA West. Where they hosted the Amex. So he's got that tournament experience, which is important for us at Southern Dunes because we host so many large championship events. So the golf course is going to continue to be open, and it's going to be in the best shape that it's right now in some of the best shape I've seen it in my 14 years there, and it'll continue to be that way. And then, but come down, be a looky-loo. Look at all the, we're going to post the renderings up on our website, and we'll have them up on site down at the facility. And, press release will hit the golf media world next week. And we're excited about it. It's north of 25 million. I don't want to get into specifics, but it is a large investment from the Auction Indian community into the property. They've owned the property since 2010. So now they've owned it for 16 years. And this is by far and away. We always put CapEx in and always try to make improvements every year. And we did a renovation in 2014 to some of the golf course, but this is by far and away the largest investment that they've reinvested into the property. And it's going to make the whole experience even more spectacular.
That's
Lots
so
of
awesome.
F&B outlets. Really, I think there's 58 TVs planned.
Wow.
Around the clubhouse. So, we're new golf shop, large banquet facility, bridal suite for the brides. We'll have a groom suite as well that will double as a simulator. And we're going to have a golf zone simulator in there where you can play Southern Dunes.
Oh, they're not going to be getting ready.
At Southern Dunes. Yeah, we're already mapped. So you can come down, and if it's 118 and it's too hot to go play, you can just go in the air conditioning and play.
Oh, that's
Love
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so you're going to be living under a little bit of dust. I have something to celebrate too. As you know, like the last year, obviously, the celebration of me moving into the golf house, right? I moved in, but yesterday I made my last trip from my old office to storage, which has taken me way too long.
Did you have a moment to say goodbye?
On Thursday night, my husband and daughter came, and my daughter she was getting a little teary-eyed. I mean, I've been there for 13 years in this building. On her sick days from school, she would come and sleep under my desk, and build forts with, all my supplies. So like there's a lot of fun memories there, and it's just changed, but it's such a glow up opportunity for our entire golf community. But I get a little pat on my back for finishing that daunting task, because we've been in that building for 35 years and I'm cleaning out stuff that no one ever cleaned out before.
So I guess
Do I have anything else to move?
Do you have anything else to move?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Is JGA and Scott McNevin done moving? No. All right. We'll see you next week on Backspin the Golf Show. Thank you for listening.
The proceeding has been a paid program.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
With Progressive Insurance, we make it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you will earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit progressive.com.
Schifrin, Golden, again! Hear all the remaining moments and NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina Olympics closing ceremonies live Sunday afternoon at 2:30 Eastern on the free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search Olympics.
You set off on a journey of self-development. You practiced patience in mountain monasteries. You discovered discipline running across the driest deserts. And found your focus beneath the surface.